What's up everyone, it's your girl Gelbeauty-87 here, aka Grace, and today I am doing a collab video with my girl Coleoftheball here. It is her birthday week of collab, so make sure you go over and check out her video on this collab we're doing together, and let me give you some information about Coleoftheball. So I think Coleoftheball found me, or I found her like about, I want to say almost 2 years ago now. She does some great makeup content. If you like a colorful eye look and you know, like you want to see how it looks on someone of a lighter skin tone, then you definitely should check out her videos. I love her style and the way she does her eyeshadow. I think it looks so beautiful. She does new makeup releases, she does bingos, she does lots of eyeshadow content. So if you're a lover of eyeshadow content like myself, then make sure you go on over there and follow her channel and tell her I sent you. Hopefully you'll watch everybody's collab this week. I know mine is going up on a Tuesday, I believe, but make sure you go check out everybody's collabs because everybody has something to offer, and I feel like they'll all be great, and she'll give you a lot of different variety to let you know if you're interested in her channel or not. So today she and I are doing If I Could Only Keep 10 palettes, and I hope you all enjoy. So let's get into this video. So mine aren't in any particular order, just wanted you to know now. I just stacked them all on the floor and I picked it up now to shoot this video. So if I only keep 10 palettes, I usually do once a year, so I thought it'd be fun to do a collab with someone else to see what they would keep versus what I would keep. So the first one I have, this is my favorite mothership out of all the motherships, and it is the Utopian Dream mothership palette. So let me show you what she looks like on the inside. I have not bought a Pat McGrath palette since the holiday palettes of 2023, if I remember correctly. Or maybe I bought the Valentine's Day palettes of 2024 and didn't buy anything else. But I love the color story of this one. I don't know what, I guess it's like the purples and pinks together with a little bit of neutral and some coral that just excited me about it. But I love this palette. So if I had to pick between all my Pat McGrath palettes, this would probably most likely be the one I pick. I know a lot of people used to be obsessed with the Mothership 5, and I know a lot of people like the Mothership, I think it's 7, the one right before, no, 6 right before, yeah, I think it's the 6 is the Mothership Divine Rose Artistry. I know a lot of people like that one as well, but that's just my personal favorite one out of all the ones she's come out with. If you had asked me in the past, it'd probably been Mothership 1, because when I first started makeup, I loved the pop of blue effect, but you know, I've since gotten over that. I have a couple of palettes from Glaminatrix Cosmetics here. So first we're going to do the Into the Dark palette. So I don't think they have this one anymore, but I just thought this was a fun version of the Mothership 3 palette from Pat McGrath. I think I actually did a video comparing this to the Mothership 3 from Pat McGrath because it's really similar. You got to think you have like the cooler, deeper purpley-ish blue tones, and then you have like the fun, bright pink tones like she has in that palette, but it's not as fun of a color story, if you will. So I really liked this palette. This is one of my favorite palettes from the brand, and if I had to get rid of all my palettes, I would definitely want to have this fun and unique color story in, because I didn't want to grab a whole bunch of Pat McGrath palettes, but this is definitely like giving Pat McGrath-esque vibes to me. Next we have the Nocturnal palette, another one of my favorite palettes from them. I thought this was such a fun and unique color story when I want to have a nice little grunge moment. And the good thing about Glaminatrix Cosmetics is you can just look at their palettes in quads. See, you have a nice blue and purple quad, then you have this unique fun odd colored quad, and then you have a nice little neutral quad. So when you look at their palettes, if you're confused or you think the color story is erratic, just block off like 4 of them, and you usually should be able to find a nice combination of what you would like in them. So that's why I picked this one, because I feel like I got a good variety of all type of different tones and colors, and I like lots of unique fun colors, but I know I still need some grounding neutral colors, and you can't always wear color all the time, so I like that it had a little bit of neutral in it. Okay, next we have the Gourmand Girls Nightshade palette. So I love pops of purple, and I just love purple in general, so I was of course going to have a purple palette in here. I call myself a purple palette connoisseur because I love a good purple eye look. So I picked this one because I thought it had some unique tones in it, like the fact that it has this green to yellow shifting shade, and I feel like green and purple go really nicely together. Then it has some of the fun pops of yellow, so I definitely thought this would be a unique purple palette to have in my collection, and if I had to keep one purple palette, this was the one that I felt like I would like the most. There is another palette I have in here that's going to have some purple in it as well, but that's the one I chose just overall when it came to majority purples. Next I have the Fantasy Cosmetica Wizard palette. Oh, my girl Karen Harris has a code at Gourmand Girls, Glaminatrix Cosmetics, and Fantasy Cosmetica. All her codes are Cage Makeup. For anyone who's interested, you can use Cage Makeup and get a discount. But back to this, I have the Wizard palette. This is what it looks like on the inside. I love the pops of blue that it has, and then I thought again that it was so cool that they put the yellow in it because it made me think of Starry Nights, the like painting for the blues and yellows. And I used to love like a nice blue smoky moment or a blue eye in general, so I wanted to have a palette that was dedicated to just blues with some uniqueness, of course. So that is why I chose this particular palette. I love the shimmers in here too. I feel like this is one of her best palettes that she has. I have a top 5 of her brand of palettes. I haven't made a video on it. I'm thinking about doing it. You can comment down below, let me know if you want to see it or not. So let's get into the other 5 I have. So of course y'all know I love Tina the Fancy Face Clearly, so I picked her original palette, the Hummingbird. I wasn't as crazy about the what is it called, the Earthwood I believe is the name of her new palette, but I will say I love this palette. Like, as you can see, I have nice dips in it. I don't even like orange, but you can see the orange has a nice dip in it. The green has a nice dip in it. I feel like a good majority of the shades in this palette, at least when it comes to the shimmers, have nice dips in them, because I was really excited about this. I feel like she just gave her all and a lovely colorful moment with this. So this is kind of like my tropical vibes. When I want a tropical look, I would reach for this palette if I could only keep 10 palettes, because I feel like it definitely gives me the tropical vibes and I just love it. The next, y'all know I was going to have a palette from Adept. Karen has a code with Olden's Eye as well. It's Cage Makeup, but of course I had to grab an Adept palette, and the Seahorse palette is the one I chose. So you know how you like to have those nice bright shimmery iridescent shimmers or nice glittery iridescent shades to put in your inner corner, or just add a little pop to an eye look. I felt like this would be the palette that would do that for me. Now she is redoing this palette, so Seahorse is coming back this year in 2025 if I remember correctly, and it's just going to be I think she said she was changing out some of the shades. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. She said it a while ago, so don't quote me, but I know she said it was coming back, and I will definitely be getting it and comparing it to this one, so I'm super excited about that. I do have a code with Adept Cosmetics. It is Gelbeauty87 if you want to get a discount on anything you purchase. Look at code, use code Gelbeauty87 to purchase it. But yeah, this is the Adept palette I picked. This is like one of my top 10 palettes from the brand. I just love it so much. I'm sorry you can't get it with Adept though. They take a lot of stuff away quickly, so with them it's like if you really want it, you better get on the draw, you better pick it up, you better grab, you better reach for it, because man, it's gonna leave quickly and it might not come back. Occasionally she'll bring it back for a while. It depends on how high the demand is. Just keep that in mind if you're looking at Adept. Next we have, and this brand just announced their new palette and showed it, and I am super excited and will definitely get it to go with this one. But this is Blend Bunny Cosmetics, the Lure palette. Y'all, when I tell you I was jealous of everybody who got PR from this brand when this palette came out, because this is like my color story to this T. You know, I got my blues, I got my greens, I got my purples. You get a nice mint moment, you get some pinks as well, and I think like mint and pink go really nicely together, so I like that they did that. And then you get a nice neutral rose. So this is just my type of color story and vibe. I actually recreated my Natasha Denona Circle Local palette to look like this, just because I think this is such a stunning and gorgeous look in palette, so I had to have this in here. Like, this is just one of my top palettes. This is another one of my top tier Blend Bunny palettes. Like, this is probably my top 5 just because I love this color story. Maggie did an excellent job with this palette, and I think she did a great job with the new one too, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Okay, we're down to the last 2. So next we have the Cosmic Beauty Delicious Delights palette. Now every girl needs a rainbow palette, right? So I felt like this would be the perfect rainbow palette for me. That shade Sprinkles is absolutely amazing. The shift that it gives when it shifts off, and since I had so many other palettes I already had somewhat colors in, I wanted to have one that was dedicated just to rainbow shades. So this is the one I chose for my, you know, nice rainbow looks or whatnot, because I thought it was absolutely stunning. But they have really nice formula. They have really affordable pricing. Again, my girl Karen Harris has a code with them. You can use code Cage Makeup to get a discount on anything you buy from Cosmic Beauty. They are a foreign brand though, but if you're one of Coleoftheball's followers, then you're probably in a foreign country like she is, so it might be more affordable for you to go ahead and get that. So I tried to include palettes that were from other countries, like Glaminatrix Cosmetics, if I remember correctly, is in I want to say they're, I don't know, it's not Sweden, it's Australia. So I tried to pick some brands that weren't in America in addition to some brands that were in America, just, you know, to give a good variety as well. I did keep that in mind because of who I was working with. The last one I have is another foreign brand. This is the Beauty Bay Botanical Palette. So everybody needs a kind of neutrally-ish peachy type tone palette. So I feel like this one was the one I would use. It's affordable. It gives some nice neutral tones to it, and I felt like it would pair really nicely with the Utopian Dream palette from Pat McGrath too, so I kept that in mind with it, because I'm like, I feel like some sparkles and they would go nice with some of these, and then when I got tired of the neutral shades that were in there, I could pull for some of the neutral shades in here and vice versa. So that's why I picked this one. I think it's a stunning color story, and I feel like this one works better for me than the, what is the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette that everybody thought the original retro palette was going to look like. I feel like this one definitely works a little bit better for me, and it gives a cute little peachy moment in there along with the greens and the more deeper berryish wine tone shades. So that's why I chose this one. So comment down below and let me know, do you own any of these palettes, and do you want to see any looks with these? Because I'm pretty sure I've compared some of these palettes to other palettes in my collection and other things. But if you have any ideas, you can comment down below, and you know, you might get a video out of me. I'll have to remember to screenshot your comment though, so I can go back to my notes and do it. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you go over and watch Coleoftheball's version of this video, because I'm interested to see what she picked too. She has a lot of palettes like I have a lot of palettes, and we have similar tastes when it comes to colorful palettes. So I'm excited to see if we picked any of the same things. Make sure you tell her happy birthday. This is her birthday week when you are watching this, and remember, you all are diamonds. So be blessed, girl. Bye, and make sure you go watch her video. The fun doesn't have to stop here. Let's be friends over on Instagram to check out the latest fashion, fragrance, palette comparisons, the occasional food review. And make sure you head on over to my Instagram. It's the same as my YouTube channel, Gelbeauty-87. Have a great day. I can't wait to see you over there.